this video, we're going to learn how to play both minor 7th chords and major 7th chords, starting from both the E string and the A string. They sound like this. The first chord we're going to learn in this video is called A minor 7. It's going to teach you the finger positioning for how to play any minor 7th chord starting from the low E string. Start by putting your first finger on the 5th fret of the low E string. Next, take your third finger and put it on the 7th fret of the A string. The rest of the strings are going to be barred by our first finger down the 5th fret. So if you're on an acoustic guitar, you might have some trouble getting enough pressure to have all the notes sound out. But if you're on an electric, you might find it a little bit easier. So if you're on acoustic, bear with me and try to find a way that your first finger can mush down all the 5th frets and really get enough pressure to sound out those notes. Next, we're going to learn the positioning for how to play major 7th chords starting anywhere from the low E string. Start by putting your first finger on the 8th fret of the low E string. Next, we're going to put our pinky on the 10th fret of the A string. So you've got first finger, pinky so far. 8, 10. Next, we've got our second finger on the 9th fret of the D string. Then right under it, we're sliding our third finger in to play the 9th fret right under it on the G string. Then the 8th frets down the B and E string, we're going to be barred by our first finger. And this can be used for anywhere on the low E string to play major 7th chords. Next, we're going to learn minor 7th chords starting from the A string. We're going to play D minor 7, starting with our first finger on the 5th fret of the A string. Then we've got our third finger on the 7th fret of the D string. Then our first finger is barring the 5th fret of the G string. And then our middle finger, second finger, is playing the 6th fret of the B string. And then our first finger is barring the last string, the high E string. And this can be used to play any minor 7th chords starting from the A string. So next we're going to learn major 7th chords starting from the A string. Start by putting your first finger on the 8th fret of the A string. Next, we're going to put our third finger on the 10th fret of the D string. Next, we're going to put our second finger on the 9th fret of the G string. Next, we've got our pinky on the 10th fret of the B string. And then our first finger is barring the last string. So it's 8, 10, 9, 10, 8. And once you can play this, you can play all the major and minor 7th chords down the whole fretboard, starting from both the E and A string. And just to recap, it goes like this.